Welcome everyone to class number 1 of the Release and Receive 7-week program for women. I'm so thrilled you're here, whether you're listening live or to the recording. Congratulate yourself for giving yourself the gift of this hour. My intention is that you will feel lighter, you'll feel more peaceful, and also more inspired and motivated by the end of this session so that you can move in the direction of your dreams. As humans, we have a lot of resistance. We resist doing what we know is good for us. And tapping can be really good for clearing out blocks to up-leveling your life, whether it's allowing more love in, more abundance, more health and vitality. It's a wonderful tool. Now, if anyone's new to tapping or new to this call, if anyone hasn't tapped before, you can raise your hand. I will go over hi Marguerite, I will go over the tapping points real quick. Yay. Okay, so close your eyes, turn off any distractions. We're going to put our hands on our hearts, take 3 deep breaths. Taking a moment to set the intention of today's session. Thinking about what you want to let go of and what you want to bring in. Deep breath. And imagine you are on a beautiful white sandy beach. The sun is shining. The waves are lapping against the shore. And you're carrying a big, heavy backpack that's weighing you down, full of burdens, old limiting beliefs such as I'm not good enough, or something's wrong with me, I'm not lovable, I'm a failure. Guilt, shame, fear, anger, grief, all these negative emotions and limiting beliefs and old stories. A lot of the things we think, most of the things we think are not even true. It's amazing how much we believe. It's really good to question our thoughts and go, is that true? Deep breath, and you realize how exhausting it is to be carrying around this baggage, this extra baggage that you don't need from the past. And you set the backpack down. And this whole weight is lifted off your shoulders. As you go deeper and deeper relaxed, and you feel a whole weight lifted off your shoulders, you feel 10 years younger, and you keep walking on the sand. Each step you take, you are calling back your power from all dimensions of time and space. It's safe to shine. It's safe to be you. It's safe to enjoy the journey. Listening to your inner wisdom each and every step of the way. Calling your power back from all dimensions of time and space. Deep breath. And you lie down in the sand. And the waves are lulling you to sleep as you go deeper and deeper relaxed. Taking a moment to connect with your younger self. your adult self. Giving your younger self a hug. Often if we're freaking out, it's that very young part of us that is afraid. So your adult wise self is going to give her a hug and ask her, what do you need today so that you feel safe, loved, and supported, and you're getting your needs met? Give her a hug, let her know you love her and that she can call on you anytime and that you have her back. Deep breath. Placing her in your heart and traveling down the timeline of your life. To your future self. Giving your future self a hug. If you were waving a magic wand, what would it look like? Allow yourself to expand your mind to all the amazing possibilities that are available to you. Where are you living? Who are you with? What daily rituals are you practicing that really nourish and feed your soul so that you're getting your needs met every day? Deep breath. Asking your future self, what words of wisdom do you have for me as I move in the direction of my dreams? Is there anything your future self wants to tell you? Giving her a hug, making a note of the wisdom and coming back to your present self. Hands on your heart, deep breath. And asking your inner wisdom, what do I need today for my healing? So that I feel safe, loved, and supported, and I'm really getting my needs met. Stretching your fingers and toes, loosening your jaw, opening up your chest, expanding your capacity to receive all the gifts the universe has for you, and breathing in divine love into your mind, into your heart, into each and every cell of your body, showering yourself with tremendous love and compassion. And once again, a warm welcome to you all. It's so good to have you all here. And as I mentioned, this is the first class of Release and Receive. It's all about the magic of letting go, because we tend to hold on to so much stuff, physically, mentally, energetically. And when we let go, it allows us to receive a whole new level of joy and abundance and love and vitality. Often it's hard for the universe to give us more if we have, if our life is too full with things that we don't want. So how the workshop's going to go today, class number 1, I'll share a little bit about tapping for those of you who are new, and then I'm going to work with a couple of you, everyone will tap along, will get what we call the borrowing benefits. So you'll get the transformation even if I don't work with you today. And think about what you want to let go of. Like, where are you stuck? What do you want to let go of and bring in a nutshell? And just to let you know a little bit about tapping, emotional freedom techniques, also known as tapping. You can use it for money stuff, blocks to receiving a new level of abundance, health issues, relationship stuff, procrastination. I used to have a fear of shining and being seen. You would never catch me in front of a room. I was very shy, and I used the tapping to clear my fear of shining and being seen. So I love helping entrepreneurs put themselves out there, share their gifts with the world. And it's like acupuncture without the needles. Negative emotions get stored in the body and create a disruption in our energy system. And the tapping gets everything flowing again. And I love it because it's working with the mind, you know, our busy monkey mind that can be so busy and consuming, and it's working with the body. We can often have stuck energy from something upsetting that happened, whether it's last week or last year or from our childhood or 10 years ago. Anything you think about that's still an upset from the past, you're still carrying that trauma in your body. So I do deeper dive work, one-on-one sessions where we go back and we clear that trauma, called the matrix re-imprinting, which can be really profound. Your adult self goes back and taps on your younger self. So as we are on the, you know, it's just a nutshell version, but there's so much wonderful scientific evidence about tapping. It's really, I've been teaching it for about 15 years, and it still amazes me most days, whether I'm doing it on myself or using it with clients. And I like to tell the story of abundance tapping, where when I first learned about it, I was doing blocks to receiving abundance. And I did this part of me that didn't feel deserving. And I received $900 in cash as an unexpected gift. And I was like, this works. And then I did my tapping every day. And that year I had one of the best years in my business to that date. And I found that anytime I felt stuck, I would tap and it would just unblock me, and I would attract new clients or get invited to speak on stages and interviews. And it's just wonderful if you feel stuck to tap. So these are the tapping points. We're going to tap here. This is the side of the hand. This is the karate chop point. So you can do either hand. I'll lead you through a sequence of words. If I say anything that doesn't resonate, you can change the words anytime, because you'll all be on mute apart from the person I work with. And then we'll go to the eyebrows. So we'll tap here where the brow ends, near the nose, side of the eyes, underneath the eyes, nose, chin, collarbone, underneath the arms. So you can cross your arms over, or you can do this, you know, straight down, and it's 4 inches down from the armpit on the side of your body. And then you've got the rib cage, so you're going to tap 2 inches below the nipple here, and then you've got here 2 wrists together, finishing with the top of the head. Take a nice deep breath, and let me just show you a little diagram so you have it for the tapping points. Any questions about the tapping points or EFT before we move on? If you have a question, you can unmute yourself. Otherwise, we're going to begin the tapping. And I'm going to just put a little diagram for you in the chat. Okay. So we're going to start with Natira first. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Natira.
Natira, where are you calling in from?
I'm in New York City, in Manhattan.
Cool. And how did you hear about this?
Through Joy.
Oh, Joy. Yes. I love Joy. Hi, Joy. So tell me how I can best support you in a nutshell, what you'd like to let go of and bring in.
I am very concerned with my need to perform really, really well. I actually started to tear up when you said when I was walking on the beach and I had the freedom to shine. And but what I've thought of as public speaking anxiety, and I'm a coach. I'm a coach of public speaking and confidence, but I'm realizing that performance anxiety is probably the deepest current that's running in me right now.
Mm-hmm. So what number is that, 0 to 10?
I mean, before an event and before, like in that moment, it will be a 10.
Mm-hmm.
So that was yesterday was a 10. Today, I did my big class. That was this big event last night. And so today, even though I have one tonight, I've now done the first one. So I'm actually feeling more like a 3 or a 4. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that the next time I do something else that's scary and hard for the first time, it's just going to be through the roof.
Yes. Now you mentioned, is it the pressure to be perfect? Like I have to be perfect, 0 to 10, is that strong?
It's more like, yeah, like it's like a life or death situation.
Mm.
It's that kind of like the failure is like decimating.
The fear of failing.
Fear of failing, and the failing in my mind is like, yeah.
Okay, this is a great topic. Thank you so much for bringing it to the call. So everyone listening, if you can relate that pressure to be perfect, that fear of failing, like if I don't succeed, it's very serious. It's fight or flight. If you have a fear of shining, and that could be in your business or dating or wanting to lose weight, whatever it is, give it a number 0 to 10 and tap along. So we're going here. Even though I have all this fear and anxiety about, actually, I'm going to bring you up to the,
And should I repeat what you say?
yes, you'll repeat it after me. You can change the words anytime.
Okay.
Even though I have this huge fear of shining and being seen.
Even though I have this huge fear of being of shining and being seen.
I'm so afraid of failing.
I'm so afraid of failing.
All this pressure to be perfect.
All this pressure to be perfect.
And everyone, you'll repeat these words after me. You can change them anytime. And I don't know how to let this go.
And I don't know how to let this go.
Maybe it doesn't feel possible.
Maybe it doesn't feel possible.
I've had this fear for so long.
I've had this fear for so long.
I wouldn't recognize myself without this.
I wouldn't recognize myself without this.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
Close your eyes, deep breath. Even though I have all this fear of failing and it feels life-threatening if I fail.
Even though I have this fear of failing and it feels life-threatening if I fail.
I'm not allowed to fail.
I'm not allowed to fail.
And I don't know how to let this go.
And I don't know how to let this go.
Maybe it doesn't feel safe.
Maybe it doesn't feel safe.
I can't relax about this.
I can't relax without this.
I have to be on guard.
I have to be on guard.
I have to protect myself.
I have to protect myself.
But I accept who I am.
But I accept who I am.
And I appreciate my feelings.
And I appreciate my feelings.
Deep breath. Even though I have all this pressure to be perfect.
Even though I have all this pressure to be perfect.
All this fear of failing.
All this fear of failing.
I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself anyway.
I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself anyway.
Close your eyes, deep breath. And then we're going to the eyebrows. So we're tapping where the brow ends near the nose. All this fear of failing.
All this fear of failing.
Side of the eyes, all this fear of failing.
All this fear of failing.
Underneath the eyes, this fear of shining and being seen.
This fear of shining and being seen.
Nose, I'm so afraid.
Oh, I'm so afraid.
Chin, I feel so unsafe.
I feel so unsafe.
Collarbone, what if they're mad at me?
What if they're mad at me?
Underneath the arms, what if they don't think I'm very good?
What if they don't think I'm very good?
Rib cage, what if they attack me?
What if they attack me?
Two wrists together. Any other concerns about this fear of shining and this fear of failing? Anything else you want to add about how it is for you? It's so exhausting.
It's so exhausting.
All this pressure to be perfect.
All this pressure to be perfect.
Underneath the eyes, the truth is I'm not perfect.
The truth is I'm not perfect.
Nose, and neither is anyone else.
And neither is anyone else.
Chin, and that's okay.
And that's okay.
Collarbone, I give myself room to be human.
I give myself room to be human.
Underneath the arms, if I make a mistake, so what?
If I make a mistake, so what?
Rib cage, I can correct it.
I can correct it.
Two wrists together, I'm not a robot.
I'm not a robot.
Top of the head, I'm human.
I'm human.
All this pressure to be perfect.
All this pressure to be perfect.
Deep breath, keep tapping. All this fear of shining.
All this fear of shining.
Side of the eyes, all this fear of failing.
All this fear of failing.
Underneath the eyes, this fear and terror if I fail.
This fear and terror if I fail.
Nose, part of me just wants to hide out.
Part of me just wants to hide out.
Chin, go away.
Go away.
Collarbone, leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Underneath the arms, back off.
Back off.
Rib cage, part of me just wants to hide out.
Part of me just wants to hide out.
Two wrists together, it's much safer.
It's much safer.
But I have this vision and dream.
But I have this vision and dream.
And I really want to share my gifts with the world.
And I really want to share my gifts with the world.
If I hide out, I don't think, if I hide out, I'm not going to get to do that. And they're not going to receive my gifts.
And if I hide out, they're not going to receive my gifts.
So I'd really like to let go of this fear of failing.
So I'd really like to let go of this fear of failing.
Nose, letting go of this loss of power.
Letting go of this loss of power.
Chin, letting go of this old guilt and shame about what I did or didn't do.
Letting go of this old guilt and shame about what I did or didn't do.
Collarbone, letting go of this old shame and embarrassment and humiliation.
Letting go of this old shame, embarrassment, and humiliation.
Underneath the arms, I'm letting it go.
I'm letting it go.
Rib cage, I'm letting it go.
I'm letting it go.
Two wrists together, I'm letting it go.
I'm letting it go.
Top of the head, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Eyebrows, it's safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
Side of the eyes, I let go of being general manager of the universe.
I let go of being general manager of the universe.
And I give this to the universe to handle.
And I give this to the universe to handle.
Knows I don't need to do this all by myself.
I don't need to do this all by myself.
Chin, it is safe to relax about this.
It's safe to relax about this.
Collarbone, and trust the divine order of my life.
And trust the divine and order of my life.
Underneath the arms, that good will come out of these challenges.
That good will come out of these challenges.
Rib cage, and that good will unfold before me.
And good will unfold before me.
It's safe to relax and enjoy the journey.
It's safe to relax and enjoy the journey.
Listening to my inner wisdom.
Listening to my inner wisdom.
Each and every step of the way.
Each and every step of the way.
I know what to do.
I know what to do.
Keep tapping, deep breath, everyone. I call my power back.
I call my power back.
From all dimensions of time and space.
From all dimensions of time and space.
It is safe to shine.
It is safe to shine.
It is safe to be me.
It is safe to be me.
I'm allowed to shine.
I'm allowed to shine.
Ribcage, I deserve to shine and succeed.
I deserve to shine and succeed.
Two wrists together, it's safe to shine and succeed.
It's safe to shine and succeed.
I give myself permission to shine and succeed.
I give myself permission to shine and succeed.
I love shining and succeeding.
I love shining and succeeding.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I'm whole and complete.
I'm whole and complete.
Perfect exactly as I am.
Perfect exactly as I am.
I have rock solid boundaries.
I have rock solid boundaries.
And it's safe to be powerful and shine.
And it's safe to be powerful and shine.
Anything else you'd like to bring in? Life loves me, all is well.
Life loves me, all is well.
The universe has my back.
The universe has my back.
Close your eyes, deep breath. 0 to 10, all is fear of failing.
2.
Excellent. You've come from a, well, we said kind of 10 with the fear of failing to a 2. What are you present to? How are you feeling?
Really wonderful and human.
Yay. Beautiful.
Yeah, I needed to feel that.
Anything your inner wisdom saying is the next right step for you?
To practice this before my events.
Yes. Yeah. And I have a video on the fear of shining. Which is a good one to tap along to. I have a 21-day abundance series where you get a video every day, which is kind of cool. And hopefully you'll join us for the series too, if you'd like. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Any final questions, thoughts, comments?
Just one comment, which is it's just amazing. I felt I had like performance, like I wanted to do every tapping right, every moment, everything perfect, and have my tone of voice match yours perfectly. And I realized that towards the end, and like that I was actually doing that. But also I felt this kind of explosion of joy at one point about wanting to shine and actually what that vision is and what I want to do. So
I love that. So good. Yeah. And that's a great point, because when you're new, sometimes people are like, am I doing it right? And don't worry, just tap and say the words. You don't need to be on the certain points. Oh, thank you so much, Natira.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Keep me posted. Deep breath, everyone. And how are you all feeling? I hope you're feeling lighter after that round. An explosion of joy. Yeah, I love that too. That's so cool. All right, my darling. So we're going to do another round in a moment. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, feel free to put them in the chat, or you can raise your hands. And I'm just going to talk briefly about the program before we do the next round, just in case. We've got an amazing group of people with us that are in the program, but some of you, if you want to join, it would be wonderful to have you join us. And I'm just going to put the link in. You can find all about it. Just listen to your inner wisdom. If you're feeling like, yeah, I like this as a structure, listen to your inner guidance. But it's 7 Tuesdays at noon Pacific Standard Time. So this is class number 1. You'll get recordings if you can't be on live. So don't worry if you can't be on live. You can tap along. Be on live if you can, but you can tap along later if you can't. And you get to bring a friend for the whole program as a bonus, and you get a private one-on-one session with me. And if you're interested in a VIP program, you can email me and you'll get this program included. So, and you also get a Koya, Qoya dance workshop, which will be included in this program, which is wonderful. And it's a way to dance through all your blocks and expand your capacity to receive. So I'll be teaching that too. If anyone has any questions, put them in the chat or raise your hand. It's just a lovely structure each week to clear your monkey mind and your resistance and people feel, people often report they just take action, like they clear their resistance, they go after what they want and make it happen. I'm thinking of Katie. Do you want to share a little bit about what you did? Because you totally rocked it. Do you want to share? I know you did the program, but you also did the one-on-one.
Me, this Katie,
Yeah.
there's another Katie. Yes. I just was thinking, I'm sitting in this office right now because of my one-on-one work with Kate and doing, I don't know, a lot of her programs, so many of them, but it was during a tapping session where it just kind of occurred to me that I didn't have to wait, that I could start my business now, that I could rent an office space now. And now I have a Reiki business, and I also do EFT tapping. I apprenticed under Kate, but it all came through because of tapping. Like, it really does just kind of, I don't know, burst through those blocks that you didn't even know were there. So yeah, and I benefit from the group because I really benefit from knowing that I'm not alone and that other people have the same blocks and feel the same things. Those borrowing benefits are true, but the one-on-one is really where I made a lot of progress, just because I could go deep. She talked about that matrix re-imprinting. Yeah, go deep and really like bust through things. You know, there were a lot of tears, really good tears, and a lot of just awakenings, things that I didn't know were blocking me, but through tapping, I was able to clear them out. So that's my experience.
Thank you, Katie. Yeah, it's so good to see you, and you're such an inspiration. Like, she really took action. We worked together. She got the office, opened the business. She was like very inspiring as she worked through all the blocks that were in the way of, like, I can't do that. So thank you so much. Lovely to have you here. Okay, please say more about the dance. Koya, Qoya. Yeah, it's a beautiful dance for women, and we move through, basically we set an intention. It's heart opening, it's hip opening. We shake out all the stuck energy. It's wonderful, and I'll share more about it in the group. And it's koya.com, koya.love, Qoya. Yes. Okay, lovelies. Any other questions? Yeah, if you feel guided to join us, it would be lovely to have you. We have an amazing group. If you're on a budget, reach out to me. We'll work something out. And yeah, hope you can join us. All right, so we're going to work with Ankita next. And we might have time for one more person, so raise your hand if you want to turn, and just in case. Okay, Ankita.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Yes, so good to see you. Tell me in a nutshell, how's the call going and what you want to let go of and bring in?
So what I want to let go of is it's my patterns or just my blocks or whatever is holding me back from really taking my health and vitality to the next level. So letting go of the blame for my body and where my health is, and really receiving the responsibility of caring for my body.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so how blocked do you feel around that? 10 is high, 0 is low.
Like 10. 9, between 9 and 10.
What's the primary emotion?
Frustration and hopelessness.
And where do you feel that in your body?
I would say my stomach area.
Mm-hmm. And what are you resisting doing that you need to do for your health and vitality?
Resistance to like taking time out for myself, doing the exercise, doing like my food,
Yes.
doing my food planning, and doing all, like, I know all the practices that are going to help me and that have helped me in the past. Mm-hmm. Like, I have evidence, but it's resistance to really taking action.
Yeah, this is such a great topic. Thank you for bringing it to the call. So procrastination, resistance to doing that which you need to do, whether it's for your business or your health or whatever you are dealing with. So give that a number 0 to 10 and tap along. So we're going here, everyone. Resisting. What are you resisting doing? Is it taking care of your health? Is it expanding your business? Is it getting out there and dating? What are you resisting? Karate chop points. Let me see if I can hold on. It's trying to do that spotlight thing again. Nope, that's not working. Okay, karate chop point. Even though I have all this resistance to taking care of myself.
Even though I have all this resistance to taking care of myself.
And I don't know how to let this go.
And I don't know how to let this go.
Maybe it doesn't seem possible.
Maybe it doesn't seem possible.
I wonder who I'd be without this.
I wonder who I'd be without this.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
Close your eyes, deep breath. Even though I have all this resistance to taking action.
Even though I have all this resistance to taking action.
And I don't know how to let this go.
And I don't know how to let this go.
Maybe it doesn't feel safe.
Maybe it doesn't feel safe.
I can't relax about this.
I can't relax about this.
I have to be on guard.
I have to be on guard.
But I accept who I am.
But I accept who I am.
And I appreciate my feelings.
And I appreciate my feelings.
Close your eyes, everyone. Deep breath. Even though I have all this fear of shining and being seen.
Even though I have all this fear of shining and being seen.
And I keep sabotaging my health so I can hide out.
And I keep sabotaging my health so I can hide out.
I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself anyway.
I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself anyway.
Deep breath. And then we're going to the eyebrows, everyone. And again, you're all on mute, so you can change the words to your issue. Even though, so all this resistance to taking care of my health.
All this resistance to taking care of my health.
Side of the eyes, I refuse to take care of myself.
I refuse to take care of myself.
Nose, you can't help, you can't make me.
You can't make me.
Nose, go away.
Go away.
Chin, leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Collarbone, part of me just wants to hide out.
Part of me just wants to hide out.
And if I don't take care of my health, it makes it easy to hide out.
And if I don't take care of my health, it makes it easy to hide out.
Ribcage, all this fear of shining and being seen.
All this fear of shining and being seen.
Two wrists together, all this sabotaging my health and success.
Sabotaging my health and success.
It's so exhausting.
It's so exhausting.
Anything else about how it is for you?
It's frustrating and makes me feel powerless to change my life.
It's so frustrating.
It's so frustrating.
I'm so mad at myself.
I'm so mad at myself.
All this anger at myself.
All this anger at myself.
All this anger at others about this.
All this anger at others about this.
All this anger and frustration about this situation.
All this anger and frustration about this situation.
I'm so mad at myself.
I'm so mad at myself.
I feel so stuck.
I feel so stuck.
Anything else about how it is for you? All this resistance.
All this resistance.
It's so exhausting.
It's so exhausting.
And I'm tired of suffering about this.
And I'm tired of suffering about this.
I'm so ready to let this go.
I'm so ready to let this go.
From the deepest root causes.
From the deepest root causes.
I'm letting it go.
I'm letting it go.
Letting it go.
I'm letting it go.
All the sadness and grief about the situation.
All the sadness and grief about the situation.
All this pressure to be perfect.
All this pressure to be perfect.
All this loss of power.
All this loss of power.
I'm letting it go.
I'm letting it go.
Letting it all go.
I'm letting it all go.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
It's safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
Anything else you'd like to say about how it is for you?
I'm enough as I am, and I'm doing my best. I'm
Yeah,
where I'm meant to be.
beautiful. I let go of being general manager of the universe.
I let go of being general manager of the universe.
And I give this to the universe to handle.
And I give this to the universe to handle.
I don't need to do it all by myself.
I don't need to do it all by myself.
It is safe to relax about this.
It is safe to relax about this.
And trust the divine timing of my life.
And trust the divine timing of my life.
That good will come out of these challenges.
That good will come out of these challenges.
That good lies before me.
The good lies before me.
It is safe to relax about this.
It is safe to relax about this.
I listen to my inner wisdom.
I listen to my inner wisdom.
I know what to do.
And know what to do.
What if it could be easy?
What if it could be easy?
I'm letting go of the struggle and the resistance.
I'm letting go of the struggle and the resistance.
I let go of being general manager of the universe.
I let go of being general manager of the universe.
And I give this to the universe to handle.
And I give this to the universe to handle.
I call my power back.
I call my power back.
From all dimensions of time and space.
From all dimensions of time and space.
I choose to feel surprisingly inspired and motivated.
I choose to feel surprisingly inspired and motivated.
I love being in the looking and feeling my best.
I love looking and feeling my best.
It feels so good to take excellent care of myself.
It feels so good to take excellent care of myself.
It feels so good to cherish myself.
It feels so good to cherish myself.
Anything else you'd like to bring in?
No.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I choose to have tremendous self-love and compassion for myself.
I choose to have tremendous love and compassion for myself.
And practice wonderful self-care.
And practice wonderful self-care.
I love drinking plenty of water.
Love drinking plenty of water.
Eating lots of fruits and veggies.
Eating lots of fruits and veggies.
Moving my body.
Moving my body.
Treating my body like a temple.
Treating my body like a temple.
I'm restoring my body back to perfect health.
I'm restoring my body back to perfect health.
I am ready now.
I'm ready now.
All is well.
All is well.
Life loves me.
Life loves me.
The universe has my back.
The universe has my back.
Hands on your heart, 3 deep breaths. Tuning in 0 to 10, this frustration and hopelessness and anger. What number are you at?
6, 5.
Excellent. You've come from a 10 to a 5. And what are you present to? That's a whole different energy and vibration. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling empowered.
What's your inner wisdom saying about the next right step?
Just keep going, keep going, keep
Mm.
moving in the direction that I am, and keep trusting my inner wisdom. Like keep trusting my body.
Wonderful. Wonderful, great work. And so, yeah, if I was in a session with you, we keep tapping and get you down to 0 and just keep clearing the blocks, anything in the way of you moving in the direction of vitality. But yeah, great work. How did you hear about this call?
From Anchal. I'm Anchal's sister.
Oh my gosh, I thought so. Wonderful. I love Anchal. Oh, it's so nice to meet you, Ankita. Any questions, thoughts, comments before we wrap up and move forward?
No, thank you so much. This was awesome. This was awesome. I was a bit nervous about volunteering. I usually don't volunteer, but it was very, like, I felt everyone with me. Like, I felt very supported.
Thank you for your courage and inspiration. And that was a great topic. And it's so nice to meet you, Ankita.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Yay. Okay, lovelies. Any other questions, thoughts, comments? Hopefully you're feeling lighter. How are you all feeling? Anybody that's new, that's like, what to do? Or if you have any thoughts, questions, comments?
This was superb, I feel.
What was that?
It was really superb.
Oh, good. I'm so glad that you're feeling lighter.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to feel this light, actually.
Oh, good. Good.
Thank you so much for doing this.
You're so welcome, Shubi. And it's really important to listen to your inner wisdom. And we're going to do a round of affirmations to finish up the call. But what do you need today? Is it to go for, dance or move your body, or eat a big salad, or pick up the phone and get support? Like, what is your inner wisdom really guiding you to do? And really give yourself the gift of support and nourishment today. What is it I need right now? Is it to clear my clutter? Is it to, like, have a hot bath or take a nap? Like, what do you need? Or is it, like I said, the support piece? So yes, wonderful. And talking of support, do join us if you wish. If you're feeling guided to, I would love you to join us for the program. It would be wonderful to have you. And any other questions before we move on? Okay. Who would like a turn to wrap up the call? Erin, do you want a turn?
Yeah, I'd love to.
It's good to see you. Tell me what you'd like to let go of and bring in.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. It's interesting. Like I could feel like my own specific version from both of the women's shares. And like there's this part of me when I'm doing the tapping work where it's like, I feel like I don't deserve to let go. Like I have to be, like I want to punish myself more, like that I'm not connecting to the deeper thing or something. And so I think in particular, like what I'm wanting to let go of is it feels like trapped in old loops where it's like I get a taste, or like the window to freedom opens from something like this, where it's like, oh, like maybe I'm down from a 10 to a 6, but like there's this like gremlin in the corner that's like, but I'm still here. And so I don't know if I have a specific thing to work on, or maybe just like a curiosity for you when you're working with people, like how do you get past like that surface layer of what you're feeling, like down to the deeper root of like why the thing is so persistent?
Yeah, that's a great question. We do, in the one-on-one sessions, like we go really deep. There's like a deep dive, and this is like the beginning of the journey. But I love what you mentioned about like that part of you that feels like you don't deserve to let it go. And that would be a really good one to tap on if that resonates. What number is that? 0 to 10, that part of you that's like, it's not okay to let this go. I don't deserve to, I'm not allowed to, I have to keep this.
Yeah, I'd say it's like consistently at like an 8, or like where it's pretty impactful. but it's like not enough to like put me over the top, but it's like the steady thing in the background. And I think that it touches on, from that first piece of maybe shining or putting myself out there in a bigger way. But then also kind of comes from this place of like the constant overworking that I do, and sort of like nothing that I do is ever good enough. So taking the space to do something like this feels like good self-care. But I still feel so guilty for even taking the time for myself to do anything.
Such a good topic. Yeah, thank you. So it's guilt. I'm not worthy or deserving of taking this time and space. And of course, in order to create the life we love, we have to put ourselves first and nourish ourselves and really cherish ourselves. Otherwise, we're just not going to be happy. So it's really about like rock solid boundaries, saying no when you want to say no, yes when you want to say yes, and putting yourself first, and knowing that when we take care of ourselves, of course, we get more abundance and more love and more miracles and magic and pleasure and joy, and when we put ourselves first. So it's an 8. And then would you say the primary emotion is guilt?
Yeah, guilt and shame.
And where do you feel that in your body?
In my heart, like and kind of spread across my chest.
Okay. All right. So everyone, if you can relate that part of you that feels like I'm not good enough, I don't deserve to take time off for myself, I don't deserve to let this go. It's such a big thing, the guilt and shame, karate chop point. Even though I have all this guilt and shame.
Even though I have all this guilt and shame.
And part of me is convinced that I'm not allowed to let it go.
And part of me is convinced that I'm not allowed to let it go.
I'm not allowed to take time off for myself.
I'm not allowed to take time off for myself.
I'm not allowed to receive.
I'm not allowed to receive.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
Close your eyes, deep breath. Even though I have all this guilt and shame.
Even though I have all this guilt and shame.
Part of me is convinced I don't deserve. Finish the sentence.
Part of me is convinced that I don't deserve to be free of the struggle.
And I don't know how to let this go.
And I don't know how to let this go.
Maybe it doesn't feel safe.
Maybe it doesn't feel safe.
I can't relax about this.
I can't relax about this.
I have to be on guard.
I have to always be on guard.
I have to protect myself.
I have to protect myself.
But I accept who I am.
That I accept who I am.
And I appreciate my feelings.
And I appreciate my feelings.
Deep breath. Even though I have all this guilt and shame, and part of me thinks I deserve to be punished.
Even though I have all of this guilt and shame, and part of me thinks I deserve to be punished.
I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself anyway.
I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself anyway.
Deep breath. And then we're going to the eyebrows. All this guilt and shame about what I did or didn't do.
All this guilt and shame about what I did or didn't do.
Side of the eyes. Part of me is convinced I should be punished.
Part of me is convinced I should be punished.
I'm not allowed to be happy.
I'm not allowed to be happy.
I'm not allowed to take time off.
I'm not allowed to take time off.
I'm not allowed for it to be easy.
I'm not allowed for it to be easy.
This old belief that I don't deserve to have what I want.
This old belief that I don't deserve to have what I want.
Underneath the arms, it's so exhausting.
It's so exhausting.
Rib cage, all this guilt and shame.
All this guilt and shame.
All this fear and worry.
All this fear and worry.
Top of the head, I can't relax.
I can't relax.
I have to be on guard.
I have to be on guard.
All this self-punishment.
All this self-punishment.
All this pressure to be perfect.
All this pressure to be perfect.
All this loss of power.
All this loss of power.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
And I'm letting it go.
And I'm letting it go.
Letting it go.
I'm letting it go.
Letting it all go.
I'm letting it all go.
What if I do deserve to let it go?
What if I do deserve to let it go?
I'm letting go of being general manager of the universe,
I'm letting go of being general manager of the universe.
giving this to the universe to handle.
I'm giving this to the universe to handle.
I don't need to do it all by myself.
I don't need to do it all by myself.
It's safe to relax about this
It's safe to relax about this
and trust the divine timing of my life.
and trust the divine timing of my life.
It's safe to relax and enjoy the journey,
It's safe to relax and enjoy the journey,
listening to my inner wisdom
listening to my inner wisdom
each and every step of the way.
each and every step of the way.
I call my power back
I call my power back
from all dimensions of time and space.
from all dimensions of time and space.
I say yes when I want to say yes,
I say yes when I want to say yes,
and no when I want to say no.
and no when I want to say no.
I delegate
I delegate
and I do my zone of genius.
and I do my zone of genius.
It is safe to relax and enjoy the journey.
It is safe to relax and enjoy the journey.
I'm allowed to have fun.
I'm allowed to have fun.
I'm expanding my capacity to receive
I'm expanding my capacity to receive
more ease, more pleasure, more joy.
ease, more pleasure, more joy.
It is safe to be me.
It is safe to be me.
It is safe to get my needs met.
It is safe to get my needs met.
Anything else you'd like to bring in?
Hmm. Um, yeah, I think that there's a part of me that wants to just be more open to it being okay to feel uncomfortable if that means I'm heading in the right direction.
It's safe to be uncomfortable.
It's safe to be uncomfortable.
The magic happens outside my comfort zone.
Magic happens outside my comfort zone.
I choose to get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
I choose to get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
It is safe to shine.
It is safe to shine.
It's safe to succeed.
It's safe to succeed.
It's safe to be in my feminine and receive,
It's safe to be in my feminine and receive,
to delegate,
to delegate,
to ask for what I need.
and ask for what I need.
My life is a constant stream of miracles.
My life is a constant stream of miracles.
I deserve joy.
I deserve joy.
I love being me.
I love being me.
I release the need for this suffering.
I release the need for this suffering.
I release the need for this guilt and shame.
I release the need for this guilt and shame.
I tell my inner critic to back off.
Can tell my inner critic to back off.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I'm whole and complete.
I'm whole and complete.
Perfect exactly as I am.
Perfect exactly as I am.
I love creating more space and play and fun in my life.
I love creating more space and play and fun in my life.
Life loves me, all is well.
Life loves me, all is well.
It is safe to be happy.
It is safe to be happy.
It is safe to shine and succeed.
It is safe to shine and succeed.
It is safe to expand my capacity to receive.
It is safe to expand my capacity to receive
Support, pleasure, joy, and abundance.
support, pleasure, joy, and abundance.
Anything else you want to bring in?
That feels good. Thank you.
Life loves me, all is well.
Life loves me, all is well.
The universe has my back.
The universe has my back.
Deep breath. 0 to 10. This
Yeah.
guilt and shame, I don't deserve.
Goes down to like a 5 or 6.
Excellent. So that's an 8 to a 5, 6. That's a whole different vibration. What are you present to? How are you feeling?
There's a lot of heat in my body. I definitely notice, heat down my back. And at the beginning of the call and through the first few, it felt like there was like a heaviness down the center of my body, which feels lighter.
Very good. Yeah, and if you want to do a deeper dive anytime, we can do a one-on-one around like what's this earliest memory, because of course that old guilt and shame comes from, you know, what's your earliest memory of feeling like I'm not allowed to let this go, I don't deserve to, and to go back and tap on that too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Erin. It's so good to see you.
It's really good to see you too.
Keep me posted. Sending you much love.
I will.
Okay, lovelies, we are wrapping it up. Any final questions, thoughts, comments? I hope you will join us for the series if you feel guided to, and listen to your inner wisdom, drink lots of water, and take inspired action. And if you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself before we wrap up the call. We'll be meeting again next Tuesday at noon. That'll be class number 2. Again,
question, Kate?
Yes, hi Nadine.
Hi, that was
Hi.
really so valuable. Thank you so much. It was just wonderful. And so much value from everybody, you know, just resonating that I feel like we all cycle around all these things, and then, you know, we're, you know, stuck in different places, and somewhere it just feels like the human condition. It feels very similar, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you, so one of the things that you say is that I have to be on guard. I didn't fully understand that part. Is it just that I'm constantly fighting this thing? Is that the one that I react?
It's a great question. So most of us, especially women, we have the core issue of I'm not safe. That stems from our childhood. So we will we decide from a young age, oh, I'm not safe. I've got to be on guard. I got to protect myself.
Got it.
So we will carry that through our lives, even though we may rationally know we're safe. We have that tension of like trying to protect ourselves.
Got it. Got it.
So by clearing that part of us, like it's not safe to relax, I have to be on guard, that can be a really powerful place to spot to clear.
Sure. Yeah, I absolutely. Thank you. Because I felt it, but I felt like I didn't fully understand it, because maybe because it's so intrinsic to my being, actually, because I'm always on guard. Period.
Yes, and a good affirmation is to tap on your collarbone and say, I love knowing I'm safe and protected at all times. Wherever I go, whatever I do, I am safe. And the more we can work on the core issue of safety and feel that we're safe, we'll listen to our inner guidance, because our inner guidance will keep us safe. And often, you know, if we're anxious, we don't listen to our inner wisdom because we're too anxious too. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Nadine. Great to see
you. Thank you so much.
Okay, my lovelies. Anybody else want to say anything before we wrap up? It's been such an honor. What an amazing group of women. And I'm super excited about this program. Any final questions before we wrap up? Okay, I'm sending you all much love. Mwah. Feel free to email me if you have questions about the program, or you want to share what opened up. Sending you all much love.